What up, everybody? Let's see here. There you go. Let's put his beautiful face up on the screen. Uh, it is Saturday, October 31st, 2020, and it is a sad morning today for us cinema fans everywhere. Um, because the great Sean Connery has passed away. Yes, the one and only Oscar winning, legendary, Scottish hottie Sean Connery. Every year, whenever I do like whenever People magazine comes up with the Sexiest Man Alive annually, I usually put like a comparison, like Sean Connery, sexiest man alive ever, and then in the middle, sexiest man alive, whatever year that is, and then me at the end, a picture of me, sexiest man in his own mind. I'll kind of show you. I'll show you an example after this. So yeah, it's a sad morning. I just woke up like about 20 minutes ago to find out about this news. I was like, what the? So I rushed. Literally, I just woke up 20 minutes ago. So it's about 7:55 in the morning right now here in California. So I rushed to social media. I posted about Sean Connery, and now I'm here with you guys talking about him before I head out for the day today. It's supposed to be a joyous Halloween day, right? Today, not a day of mourning or grieving, but here we are with this heartbreaking news. Um, let's see what it says here, and I'll give you the reactions from Twitter as well. Okay, let's open Variety. Sean Connery. Close this ad. Sean Connery, the Scottish-born actor who rocketed to fame as James Bond and became one of the franchise's most popular and enduring international stars, has died. He was 90. Connery, long regarded as one of the best actors to have portrayed the iconic spy, was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 2000 and marked his 90th birthday in this past August. His death was confirmed by his family, according to the BBC, which notes that the actor died in his sleep while in the Bahamas. See how beautiful is that? That is so awesome. To die in your sleep at the age of 90, having been successful all your life. I mean, that's the way to be, man. That's the dream for all of us, right? And in freaking Bahamas. I mean, you're vacationing, I mean, EU Fan Talk Show is here. Let's be happy that he was born. Is that it? Yes, EU Fan Talk Show. Agreed. We have to celebrate his life. And he has reached 90. So it's not as devastating as, for example, Heath Ledger, when he died young. That's like, oh my God, so many more years still ahead of him. We never get to see what movies he could have done, what could have become of him. It's just like, it's not like that. This guy, Sean Connery, lived a full life, and not a lot of people, especially in this pandemic days, not a lot of people get the chance to do that. I don't know why this Variety has a lot of ads here. His last acting role. Let me make this big for you guys. Here you go. His last acting role was The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Yes, that is correct. We'll check his IMDb as well. There you go. So, as you know, Sean Connery is best known for James Bond, but of course, he's done a lot of roles over the past, and he won Oscar for Untouchables, one of my favorite gangster movies of all time. I believe it was directed by Brian De Palma. Have you seen The Untouchables? It was amazing. And in that scene when he was wounded and he's like crawling on the carpet, oh dude, such a great scene. What a masterful scene. Um, of course, The Rock with Nick Cage. Oh, dude, come on. That's probably the least annoying Michael Bay movie ever. I actually enjoyed The Rock. I'm not a big fan of Michael Bay. Um, how many James Bond movies did he do? I think the one with the most James Bond movies was Roger Moore, uh, Sean Connery's successor, or yeah, one of Sean Connery's successors. Let's see, how many James Bond movies did Sean Connery do? Let's keep track. Okay, Connery played Bond in 6 more films from Russia. So it's Doctor No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, Diamonds Are Forever. And so there's 6. That's the 6 canon James Bond movies. And then the 1983 Never Say Never Again with Kim Basinger. That's the one that's non-canon. That's the one that's not produced by the Bond franchise people. So you can argue that it's a Bond movie. You can argue that it's not a Bond movie. It's like, oh, it's still an Ian Fleming character, but it's a non-canon if you want to consider the franchise. Okay, so Daniel Craig. This ad, man, there's so many ads in Variety. Man, let me just turn this off. Sorry about that. Okay, so Daniel Craig, the current James Bond, whose movie No Time to Die kept getting pushed back because of the pandemic. He did say something about Sean Connery passing today. Daniel Craig paid tribute to Sean Connery, calling his fellow 007 one of the true greats of cinema. Connery died overnight in his sleep. He was 90. Let's see here. Daniel Craig says, "It is with such sadness that I heard of the passing of one of the true greats of cinema. Sir Sean Connery will be remembered as Bond and so much more. He defined an era and a style. The wit and charm he portrayed on screen could be measured in megawatts. He helped create the modern blockbuster. He will continue to influence actors and filmmakers alike for years to come. My thoughts are with his family and his loved ones. Wherever he is, I hope there is a golf course." That's awesome. And a lot of celebrities also, I think, react to Sean Connery's passing on Twitter. So let's get to that. I saw Hugh Jackman say something about Sean Connery, so I'll retweet that. There you go. "I grew up idolizing Sean Connery. A legend on the screen and off. Rest in peace." So, who else? Let's see about the... Oh yeah, he plays Indy's dad. Indiana Jones's dad. Come on, how can we forget about that? Shame on me. The Last Crusade, Professor Henry Jones. Oh man, one of the... Well, I did like all of the Indiana Jones trilogies, including Temple of Doom, but The Last Crusade was hella fun. Yeah, Henry Jones. Even though, despite the fact that I believe Sean Connery and Harrison Ford were only about 12 years difference, in age. So it's not really like, how do you call that? For father and son, they're not like 10 years older than each other. Usually it's like bigger than that in age range, the difference. So it's a big deal when he was cast because of that. It's like, they're not really, he's not really that much older than Harrison Ford. So yeah, this is 1989, The Last Crusade. Oh, Henry Jones, what a fun film! What a great film. But yeah, if you haven't seen Untouchables, the film that he won Oscar for, go check it out, man. Okay, let's see. Regular folks' reactions, folks like you and me. Kelix, R.I.P. Sure, Sean Connery, you'll be my favorite James Bond. Yeah, mine too. He's my favorite James Bond too. This is a non-English language. Let's Let's see. Alexander Zeto. R.I.P. to the legendary Sean Connery. Thank you for all the thrill and excitement you've brought to us all. Um, R.I.P. Starting my Sean Connery marathon soon. He will be dearly missed. Um, Sean Connery, actor and the original James Bond, dies at 90. My favorite Sean Connery film, says Joanna Wild, is The Russia House. He was wonderful as Barely Blair. I haven't seen The Russia House, but I also remember another Sean Connery film that I grew up watching and a big fan of. Come on, you know this one. Where are you? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Because he's a Scotsman. Highlander! Yeah, there can be only one. There can be only one. Another great film by Sean Connery, co-starring Christopher Lambert. Let's see. Oh, I just. Okay, we'll come back to the Twitter later. Okay, so who else? Jake Tapper says something. A lot of women are enduring this today. My wife after I attempted a Sean Connery impression. Antonio Banderas tweeted, "Adios, Mr. Connery. R.I.P. Sean Connery." So let me retweet that. Hugh Jackman. Oh, the 007 Twitter handle. I forgot about that. Definitely gotta retweet that. You know, they're the franchises. There you go. Yeah, I'm almost done. Hold on, I'm almost done. Alright, I gotta get going, but before I go, I gotta show you this. This is from what I told you earlier about what I do every year. About the Sexiest Man Alive. There you go. Here's one example from 2017. Let me make it big for you guys. Can you see it? So every year I do this. You know, this is Blake Shelton when he was dubbed Sexiest Man Alive in 2017 by People magazine. So I do a comparison, like Sexiest Man Alive 2017, and then I put Sean Connery's face, Sexiest Man Alive of all time, and then I put mine, Sexiest Man Alive in his own mind. So this year, I don't know who's gonna be picked for Sexiest Man Alive to 2020 in the year of pandemic. Usually it's November that People Magazine announces it, but I'll do the same. But I'll have to change the middle because he's not alive anymore. Unfortunately, Sean Connery is now dead. So we'll see what I will be replacing him with. But it's not a big shoe. It's a really big shoe to fill. It's not an easy shoe to step into for any man. So that's it. I'll leave you with that. I gotta get going. Like I said, there's a lot to do today. Happy Halloween for you guys, for you and your loved ones. And my thoughts and prayers go out to the family of Sean Connery. But man, the guy lived a full life. You know, it's not like it's not heartbreaking as it is that we have to celebrate his life and his successes and the legacy that he left behind, and we continue to learn from. What a man! What a man! What a man! All right, thank you guys for tuning in, and let's rock this.